Mr. Marufo, are we ready on anything?
Yes, Judge. All the plea hearings are here.
Okay, go ahead and get started.
Yes, Judge.
I'm sorry, Judge. May I just ask a quick question? I'm
Yes,
here on a 10 o'clock final plea deadline. I was encouraged to get on early. Should I just wait till later?
No, I actually asked. I did not realize I have a meeting with the county judge's office at 10 o'clock. So please stay on. We contacted you so we could knock some of these out because there are quite a few today.
No problem.
So, okay.
I'll be here working. I'll be here working. No problem, Judge. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Marufo, I'm actually going to try and make you host again.
Okay, Judge.
Okay, so
Bottom of page 14, Judge.
anyways, good morning, everyone. This is Judge Alyssa Perez presiding over the 210th District Court criminal docket for February 28th, 2023. All matters being heard today are being heard in accordance with all emergency orders and directives regarding COVID-19. In addition to that, we are streaming all matters live via YouTube for public viewing. Okay, Mr. Marufo, would you call our next case, please?
Bottom of page 4, Judge. In cause number 2022-0D01557, State of Texas versus Sherry Yvonne Bridges. Announcement of council, please.
Eliana Elizalde for the state. State is ready.
Good morning, Matthew Pospisil for the defense. I am present and ready, Your Honor.
Okay, and this is one of our final hearing plea deadlines. Ms. Elizalde, what's the rec?
The rec, Your Honor, is 3 deferred with the deadly weapon finding.
Okay, Mr. Pospisil?
Yes, Your Honor. I actually spoke with Ms. Elizalde yesterday. I made a mistake and had sent my acceptance of the plea to Samantha Rago and was waiting to hear back. And so we will be playing on this case, Your Honor.
Okay, so I can reset you for Thursday morning. Will that give you enough time to square away the plea paperwork?
It should, Your Honor. I've been in great communication with Ms. Bridges, so I should be getting in just fine.
Okay, so let's plan for 11. I think, Mr. Pospisil, we've done this before, so but just plan for an in-person on Thursday at 11 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
If there's any issues, any hiccups, please let me know, okay?
Will do. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Who's next?
Top of page 15, Judge.
Mhm.
In cause number 2022-0D01517, State of Texas versus Isabel Chaires. Announcement of council, please.
Eliana Elizalde for the state. State is
Is Mr. Parra here? Oh, there you are.
Hello, Judge.
Hi. So let me ask some questions. I know we have a motion for continuance. Ms. Elizalde, what's the rest?
4B, 18 months adult.
So
And
I'm
the
having a
last-
little, I'm having a little trouble hearing you, Ms. Elizalde. It's cutting out. Can you tell me again?
Okay, 1244B, 18 months adult probation.
Okay.
And
Mr.
Your Honor, my
Parra?
client has no history. What we had requested last, I spoke to the state, Ms. Elizalde. I apologize. I don't remember if it was a conversation with you or with Ms. Rago, but we're asking for 1244B and deferred.
Any movement there, Ms. Elizalde?
I'm willing to do that, Judge.
Mr. Parra, is it possible that you can square away your client for Thursday to do a plea on the deferred?
Ms. Elizalde, I thought that you are able to do that?
Yes, Mr.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe so, Judge.
That's
This
great.
Thursday, the 2nd?
Yes, at 11 a.m. We'll do it in person. If something comes up, obviously you have your duty, so I don't have a problem on that continuance. But if we can square it away and you got what you want, let's go ahead and do it on Thursday.
I think we can dispose of it, Judge.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll see you on Thursday.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms.
Who's
Elizalde.
next?
Thank you.
The third one, Judge. In cause number 2021-0D01583, State of Texas versus Mark Samuel Franco. Announcement of council, please.
Eliana Elizalde for the state. State is ready.
Chris Estrada for Jim Darnell, ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Okay, and I have this one down, well, at least as of yesterday. I don't know if I really looked at it, if there's another motion for continuance. Let me ask, Ms. Elizalde, what's the rec?
Misdemeanor deferred that apparently has been rejected, Judge.
Okay. Is that correct, Mr. Estrada?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
Are you ready for trial on Friday?
No, Your Honor, we would, if there isn't one already on file, I know this is one of Jim's cases that it's been a jury trial case for some time. And Mr. Darnell isn't prepared to try this yet.
Okay, let me double check. I have noted here that there were no motion. So if you will have your motion filed, Ms. Elizalde, your position on the motion.
No objection.
Okay, so unopposed. And we'll just get you at the next trial setting. Let me ask you, Myrna, where is our next regular reset date, I guess? If you're talking, Myrna, I can't hear you.
It's July 11th, Judge.
Mr. Estrada, is that enough time? Or do you?
Your
think-
Honor, I mean, things have been looking really well for Mr. Darnell, so we're hoping he'll be out. And that should give us time for him to recuperate. And I think that that's a good time frame.
Is this so this is a for sure trial?
With all the wrecks we've been having, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, then I'm okay going with that date for now. Obviously, if you need to ask for something later, we can look at it then, but we'll get you new settings.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All righty. Who's next?
Bottom of page 15, Judge.
Mhm.
In cause number 2022-0D01626, State of Texas versus Adan Armando Garcia Murillo. Announcement of council, please.
Eliana Elizalde for the state. State is ready.
Your Honor, Ray Velarde on behalf of Mr. Garcia Murillo.
Good morning. Final hearing plea deadline, Ms. Elizalde. What is the rec?
Your Honor, the rec is 8 years adult probation, underlying sentence 20.
Okay. Mr. Velarde?
Judge, this is going to be a plea.
Okay.
I was hoping to be able to visit with the Assistant DA in hopes that we can modify the recommendation. If the court will allow me a brief continuance for that purpose, I will do it as soon as possible.
Let me ask, is there anything outstanding in the case? No? Okay.
None.
Ms. Elizalde? Is there any movement there?
The rec was the one that was provided by the previous ADA, so I'm gonna consider whatever opposing counsel is asking for.
Okay, so I'll reset this one for 30 days. Ms. Elizalde is fairly new, she's not that new anymore, to the court, Mr. Velarde. So we'll reset for 30 days. It will just be a reset of the final hearing, plea deadline, and jury trial, okay?
Your Honor, thank you very much. I appreciate
Thank you.
it.
You all
Adios.
take care. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Who's next?
Up on page 16, Judge.
Mhm.
In cause number 2022-0D01602, State of Texas versus Joey Gutierrez. Announcement of council, please.
Eliana Elizalde for the state. State is ready.
Who's here on Mr. Gutierrez?
Mr. Underwood.
I think that's Mr. White's, Judge, but I can certainly stand in.
Okay, it's a final hearing plea deadline. Let me see, Ms. Elizalde, what's the rec?
Your Honor, the rec right now is either 2 TDC or 10 years adult probation with BIP and no contact with the victim. And I do want to make the court aware that the defendant does have other cases set for jury trial in April.
Okay, so this is one, do you have those cause numbers?
If you'll give me just a moment, I will pull them up.
I don't know why I'm not finding Mr. Gutierrez right here. Right off the bat, unless you know some specifics, Mr. Underwood, my thought is to push this one with the other batch of cases.
If we can do that, Judge, yes, because quite frankly, Mr. Gutierrez has been a longtime client of Mr. Wyatt. I do know who he is, obviously, but I am not handling his case, and I'm sure Ms. Elizalde has not spoken to me about Mr. Gutierrez, but if he does have other cases, it's probably judiciously economical to put them all together on the same date so they can all get disposed of at the same time, if that's okay. I don't know that the state has any opposition to that. Eliana, do you?
I do not have any opposition, and I am ready with those cause numbers.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, it's 2022-0D02699, 2022-0D02701, 2022-0D02719, and then the case that we have before us ending in 1602.
Oh, there he is. All righty. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. What's the trial setting on that?
believe it was April.
April 21st.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, April 21st. And just so I'm aware, Ms. Elizalde, is your rec, is it to encompass all of the other cases as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, okay, so there you have it, Mr. Underwood. You can let Mr. Wyatt know. We'll push everything back to the next trial date.
I will, Judge. In fact, I'm messaging everybody right now about that.
Okay, if he needs to come back, just tell him to log on. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am, of course. I'll hang out.
Who's next?
Mr. Wyatt has another one.
Hmm.
On top of page 17, Judge.
Mm-hmm.
In cause number 2022-0D0-1581, State of Texas versus Manuel Villarreal. Announcement of council, please.
Eliana Elizalde for the state. State is ready.
Justin Underwood for Mr. Wyatt for this defendant.
Okay, so this is also a final hearing plea deadline, but I have here a big W, a big no-show. It's either a no-show or he picked up a new case. Let me see. Oh, no, he picked up a new ag assault and felon possession. Ms. Elizalde, I gotta think there's not really a rec now that we have new cases.
No, Judge, I wasn't aware of the new case, so I haven't pulled the 15 TDC, but I'd have to look at all of them.
Let me see. I don't know that they've been indicted, but I know we have a bond. Let me go into the jailing. Let me make sure I'm not misspeaking here, but I did make a notation. See it on the jailing.
They're still not showing up on my end, Judge.
Okay, well, let me make sure. Let me make sure I'm not misspeaking, but we had a PR violation. Defendant was advised, he completed, the results came back, he failed to comply. No. It's just, this one is just PR violation. Did he check in, Mr. Marufo?
Yes, he did, Judge.
He checked in yesterday?
Yes, Judge, at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, so he tested positive for cocaine. That's what it is. So that's why there's a warrant. I take that back. He's not been MIA. So do you want is Mr. White going to come in?
He's not, Judge. I think these were originally set at 10 o'clock and he has the doctor's appointment this morning. And so.
Ms. Elizalde, what's the rec?
15 TDC, the defendant is habitualized.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Okay.
sound like anything's going to get resolved this morning.
Okay. I don't know if he's going to log on. Happy to. Are you asking for a continuance, Mr. Underwood?
We will, especially if he's got new cases.
I don't see the new cases. I misspoke. I thought the PR violation was for arrest, but it wasn't.
Okay,
It was
so
for testing. It was
no,
for
I think our office is going to file a motion for continuance on him. And then Mr. Wyatt would need to speak with Ms. Elizalde.
Ms. Elizalde, what's the state's position on that?
No objection, Judge, and if they could just tell me if they're missing any discovery, as I have not.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'll
Mr.
note that. I'm talking to them as we speak.
Okay.
Will you get that going, get the continuance going? That will be granted unopposed. And then the reset.
So sorry, his first name is Manuel, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The reset will be for that July 11th date. Okie doke.
Okay.
Thank you. Who's next?
Second on page 16, Judge.
Mm-hmm.
In cause number 2022-0D0-1516, State of Texas versus Liberty Maine Cisneros. Announcement of council, please.
Eliana Elizalde for the state. State is ready.
Your Honor, Louis Gutierrez on behalf of Liberty Maine Ceniceros.
All right, Ms. Elizalde, what's the rec?
The rec, Your Honor, is 1244 B. And it's my understanding that has been rejected.
You know, Judge, it has the issue right now, Judge, is discovery. I'm trying to get the complete history on the co-defendant, on the police report. This involves a daughter who stole her dad's check and presented it to my client, who believed it was legit, actually went to the bank and cashed it. And so I need everything I can on this co-defendant. I believe she's got history, and we filed a 3914, and for that reason, she's got no history, and so she can't take something like this.
And the co-defendant is Mr. Barra's client, right? Who is supposed to plea on Thursday, right, Ms. Elizalde?
I don't see any filing for 39.14.
Oh, well, okay, I can make,
Yeah, and if you just email me, we can square that away.
So I guess what I'm asking is Ms. Chidas is due to plea. Is there sufficient information there that you're still considering going forward on Ms. Ceniceros?
I could let the court know by the end of the day, Judge, but I don't want to say something right now when I haven't really processed it yet.
Okay, but you've reviewed the case?
I have. Maybe if you give me just a couple of minutes, Judge.
I'm happy to reset it for Thursday at 11 a.m.
Okay.
To Mr. Gutierrez, if there's still things outstanding, please file your motion for continuance, and I guess work with Ms. Elizalde if you can between now and then to see if there really is something outstanding or if there's something that may change in terms of a disposition. But I'm going to reset the final hearing plea deadline for then. If you have a motion for continuance, I'll obviously consider that. Mr. Gutierrez, did you freeze? Yeah. Looks like you froze. Okay. If he comes back on, oh, there he is. Mr. Gutierrez, I'm resetting you for Thursday, okay? We lost you there.
yes, I'm right here, Judge.
We
Okay.
lost you there for a minute.
Okay. And I'll reach out to Miss Elizalde and I'll file my 3914. I thought I had already. I apologize.
Okay. And your motion for continuance if you're going to ask for that, okay?
Fair enough, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You're excused if you don't have anything else.
I
Who's
don't.
next? Take care.
Staying on page 16, Judge. In cause number 2022-0D01005 and 2022-0D01495. State of Texas.
Mr. Marufa, I want to hold off on that one.
Okay, Judge.
Is there anyone else ready?
Yes, Judge. Second on page 15, Judge. In cause number 2022-0D01456, State of Texas versus Leandra Martha Daniels. Announcement of council, please.
Nancy Casas is the special prosecutor for the state. State is ready.
Rick Huffman on behalf of Ms. Daniels, we are ready.
Good morning. And so I'm going to ask, but I know the public defenders, I think, were appointed just here in January. Is that right, Mr. Huffman?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Okay. So Ms. Casas, do we have a rec in this case?
We do. Actually, today is our first hearing before the court, but I have reached out to Mr. Huffman ahead of time in preparation for today's hearing. And so the recommendation is a state jail for 6 months, 6 months state jail. So it'd be a lesser included.
Mr. Huffman?
Judge, I like that rec. There were some issues with as far as competency, and I'm working through those. We have not made a decision whether or not that we need to file a motion to comp her. And I can give the court the details, but I'm working with her, and I think we're okay as far as competency, but I still haven't made that conclusion.
So we're going to come back on Thursday on that, because if there's an issue, we need to find that out sooner than later. And if there's not, then it'll give you an opportunity to discuss. Have you discussed the rec with her? Is this something that you've had time to do?
I haven't gotten that far, Judge. I've gone to see her a few times. Basically, she's for whatever reason not wanted to talk to me, but I did. I was like, last chance, I'm going to go back tomorrow, yesterday, and she did talk to me yesterday, and she was pretty much on point yesterday. So I was basically, I had basically decided I was going to file a motion to comp, but after talking to her yesterday, I don't believe that that is going to be necessary. So I
Well,
think,
so I want to see her.
yeah,
Okay, so Ms. Casas, well, we're going to be reset. We're going to continue this hearing on Thursday at 11 a.m. in person. Mr. Marufo will have to make arrangements to have her transported. Okay? If we end up not disposing of it on Thursday, so be it, whether that's because we need to have an evaluation or for other reasons, but I want to have eyes on her, okay? All right, anything else?
no, yeah.
All right, who's next?
Staying on
Thank you,
page
Casas.
15, Judge,
Mhm.
in cause number 2022-0D0-1501, State of Texas versus Diana Galvan. Announcement of council, please.
Eliana Lizalde for the state. State is ready.
Rick Huffman on behalf of Ms. Galvan, we're ready, Your Honor.
All right, and this is also set for final hearing plea deadline, but I can't imagine that Ms. Galvan has made an appearance anywhere. Has she checked in, Mr. Marufo?
No, Judge, she has.
Okay, and she's been a long time MIA. This is one, Mr. Huffman, I believe we discussed informally yesterday. Have you had a chance to look at it, file your motion to withdraw, all of that business?
Judge, I'll have that motion to withdraw filed today, Judge.
Okay, file it today, and then we'll set it accordingly. Miss Elizalde, I'm sorry, I failed to ask, or I don't remember. What is the rec?
The current rec, Your Honor, is for TDC or 10 years adult probation.
Okay, and that's co-defendant to Mr. Morales, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so Myrna, on this one, we will go ahead and reset it for the July 11th date. And then if you'll give me the list of the next 5 attorneys for her. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you. Who's next? Thank you, Mr. Hoffman.
Thank you.
Bottom of page 12, Judge.
Go ahead.
In cause number 2020-0D0-0784 and 2020-0D0-0048 and 2019-0D0-1599 and 2021-0D0-1702 and 2022-0D0-4385 and 2020-0D0-4551, State of Texas versus Andre Cigales. Announcement of council, please.
Eliana Lizalde for the state. State is ready.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jesse there for the defendant. I'm ready.
Okay, so Mr. Cigales, we have all his cases, right?
I do believe we do, Your Honor.
There's no more stragglers.
No.
Let's see. 2020, 2020, 2019, 2021, and 2022. 2022. All right, yeah, that's all of them. What are we doing? What was the last rec? Were we at some kind of 5 TDC or something like that?
Your Honor, yeah, the last rec was 5 TDC. I went to see him. He said he would take 4, Judge, and I think that that would be a fair sentence, and if the prosecution would be kind enough to give me that. I did provide a non-prosecution affidavit from the victim in this case, and I think 4 years is fair, and we can get it.
5 years is fair.
We can get it done right away, Judge.
I think 5 years is fair. So that's where the court is at in terms of all his probation cases. Okay.
Okay, Judge, if that's the case, he did tell me that to go ahead and set it for a plea if you're insistent on 5, Judge.
Yeah, I'm at 5 for the ones that, I mean, it looks like, yeah, there might be, it looks like there's a state jail. I don't know if that one's enhanced.
Your Honor,
Monday.
on 2019-1599, he's on probation deferred. It's a first degree already.
Oh, right. The minimum is 5.
And then, but then we also have the 2021, that one I haven't looked at closely, but we can look at whatever state jails are there. Okay. Thank you, Marissa.
Your Honor,
Mhm.
so what are we gonna do?
So what's our next setting?
Our next setting is for a month from today. It's a
Well-
status conference, but I can take the 5. I already got it signed up, but
Well, then send all if the paperwork's done, email it to us and we'll get you set.
I'll do that today, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Can I be excused?
Mr. Herrera, just let us know if you're okay, if your client's okay with Zoom or if he wants to do it in person.
We're good with Zoom, Judge. Okay,
Okay, thank you very much.
thank you, Judge.
Okay, who's next?
Judge, staying on page 14,
Mhm.
in cause number 2021 0D01829, State of Texas versus Jesus Soto. Announcement of council, please.
Eliana Elizalde for the probation case, and I'm covering for Preston Munson on the BPU case.
Luis Yañez on behalf of Mr. Soto, we're ready, Judge.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
Let me just see, I don't recall this and let me look at the probation. What are we doing with Mr. Soto? What is the new case? What's the rec on the new case?
Judge, the new rec is 10 TDC. It was expired. However, I talked to Mr. Preston and he's going to off, that is the current rec now. The case is for lawful possession of a firearm, aggravated kidnapping. There's 3 counts of that. So 10 TDC is what we're looking at.
Okay. Mr. Yañez?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm going to talk to Mr. Munson to see if we can come up with an agreement.
Okay.
Otherwise, the 10 TDC is kind of high, so.
Okay. Well, we'll just, the recommendation on the probation case is to continue on probation. I'm probably not there, but I understand you all need to work on it. So we'll see you at the next setting.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
We still have one more case.
Which one is it, Mr. Yañez?
It's Ms. Nieto.
Is that
It's a status conference, Judge.
okay. So I'll go ahead. Mr. Marufa, are you able to control the YouTube?
Yes, Judge.